So we are now done with subtopic 6.1. So let's proceed to subtopic 6.2, which is principles and strategies of teaching and designing IEP for learners with difficulty. So nakita ko naman po kung sa intellectual disability. So learners with intellectual disabilities specifically have difficulty remembering information and are typically slower at ability to task, maybe even exhibit low motivation to learn. Therefore, in dealing with these learners, it is important to break down goals into smaller steps to use all possible senses and have lifelong hands-on learning. So dapat mga learners dapat isa-isahon yun ang mga task according to may jig sa ilang nauna sa pagkuha sa task. So ang goal diba ng teachers is hindi na sila magtuturo academically, kundi to make them, those learners, to become self-sufficient, to function independently in their present and future environment. So, kung may gamitin na strategies sa mga teachers, sa kanilang mga learners. So, we have these educational approaches. Kanilang approaches, gamitin din sa mga intellectual disabilities, autism spectrum disorder, o difficulty with self-care. So we have active student response. I want basahan.
Active student response or ESR. This is a strategy that promotes active student engagement in their own learning. ESR gives attention to the participation of all learners around class or group level as they actively respond to your questions and feedback. ESR involves 6 specific steps as follows.
So this is teaching strategies that encourages active engagement and participation of all learners in their own learning process. So this approach ensures that every student is involved in responding to questions posed by the teacher, promoting active learning and providing immediate feedback to students' understanding. So we have this steps sa kanina strategies. First, teacher poses a question. So teachers ask questions related to lesson content, encouraging students' critical thinking and participation. Number 2, pupils are taking time to formulate an answer. So students are giving time to think about their response before answering. This allows every student to formulate their own answer without being rushed or pressured. Number 3 is all pupils respond at the same time in an active manner, with each pupil required to respond on an individual basis. This could be the use of whiteboards or sheets of papers with responses such as EBCD, short forms, or like slides as to indicate agreement or disagreement. So number 4, teacher reviews pupils by scanning individual pupil responses, which provide direct insight into the pupil's learning. So teachers scan of all students. Number 5, teacher provides feedback based on pupils' learning. So this feedback includes clarification, explanation, or reinforcement of the concept discussed. And last is teaching is adjusted if required. So if the teacher identifies any misconceptions or areas where students are struggling, then they adjust their teaching methods accordingly. So this ensures that the learning needs of all students are addressed effectively. So the next approach will be discussed by Dara. Now we will proceed to task analysis. So task analysis, this approach makes breaking down progress or organizing skills in order. So kaning task analysis, di ba ang atong topic is kanang learners with difficulty in software. So kaning task analysis mo sa mga easy states nga sa ka doon na rin pa step. So according to the schedule and by 2009, steps that teacher of task analysis and these are so many ang mga steps sa task analysis. Number 1 is identify the target skills. So kaning sa step 1 is ano ini mo i-identify sa usa ka teacher na kung sa iyang sa target na skills na iyang itulo sa usa ka learners. For example, magpili ka brushing teeth, washing hand, o kanang sitting at table. Di ba mga simple na mag-brushing teeth kay kanang difficulty with learners feeling it's secure. So, ano hindi mo ang mag-identify sa ka-teacher kung sa iyong and step 2 is identify the prerequisite skills of the learners and the materials needed. The learners' prerequisite skills are also listed in the IEP. So, once identified, the teacher can move on to giving details to the task. So, there is a step 2. Activity pintahay ang itong task analysis na ang target skill na nikuan is brushing teeth. Dapat nakahibaw na nadaan nga ang usa ka learners is nakahibaw na nadaan o usa yung difference sa kanang toothbrush o toothpaste. So, kaya hindi ka pinakatag kasi sa sunod na usa ka steps o ang learners is difficult na o dili mas daga mao differentiate sa usa ka objects. Then ito is bringing the skill into components. The teacher segments the target skills into more manageable components by combining the skills and forming a step of exploring another perspective. So, complete activity and informing of people. That is number 3 is ultimately sa teachers mag-record or mag-observe sa estudyante sa learners yung sa nila pa complete sa task sa target task. Then, one is below is the example of task analysis sa brushing teeth. First, take up your toothbrush, then open the over top, wash and rinse your toothbrush, next pick up your toothpaste, and open the lid of the toothpaste, take out some paste of the brush paste, close the lid of the paste, close the toothpaste, take out the brush. So, di ba itong na-notice nga, usa ka steps by steps ka doon sila kanang iato ka doon sila kanang usa ganit ka steps. So, ano yung usa ka example sa task analysis? Then, number 4 is confirming the task is completely analyzed. Teachers observe the components sa component statement is completely or completely absolutely and completely understood that by having some background statement. Bye-bye.